Let us have a look at Morningstar.
Wait. Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. And if this is your first time here, coffee obsessed Scruffy trader. We all know Scruffy likes it, coffee. And he does. He also likes the charts. And I'm trying to put trading in the real world and kind of inspire you into showing that it can be done. You know, too many times I get messages sort of, just show me how to get in, how to get out. They're not putting the work in. You want to trade, you've got to be grounded, you've got to put in a little bit of common sense and just get on with it. You know, the best teacher in the world is you. That's it. You know, and you'll hear me say that time and time again. So what's this got to do with Morningstar? Why is that important? Well, Morningstar is a way to build accounts, because I always say, I haven't got time to trade small time frames. I haven't got time to do this. I haven't got the money for that. It's all just an excuse for failure, you know, and that's what happens in this world. If you're a failure, you'll blame anybody but yourself. Look in the mirror and take ownership. Morningstar was developed to show you that you can trade anytime you want, and that you can take a small amount of money and compound it up into a big amount of money. That's how I built my accounts in the first place. You know, work around a day job, a little bit here, a little bit there. If I had a spare pound, I'd put it into my trading account, you know, scrape a fiver together, put that in my trading account. And over the years, it builds up. Too many people want quick money.
Make it stop.
Doesn't work like that. Now, I've just opened up a trade. It's literally just triggered in now, and I'll explain it in just a second. There we go. Just so I'll put it on to 5 minutes so you can kind of see it. Now, in the squad, they already know that I'm doing this. If you bear with me, because it's a little salute to Fred, who asked me if I will add the Ftse into the mix, because he likes the Ftse. If I just drag this down, this is the community that I moderate, the Scruffy Squad. Every morning I make a spreadsheet, whether I need to work or not. This week I don't. If you saw yesterday's trade, I made over £1,000 in one day, so that's my week finished. And I called that on Saturday, 2 days prior, and it has gone pretty much. Well, we'll have a little look. Oh no, computer's broke. This is a disaster. Oh no.
Well, we're waiting.
Well. This squad has crashed. Dear me, that's no good. Anyway, as I was saying, £1,000. I'll get it fixed and I'll show you in the video. I called that oil trade out that you saw yesterday on Saturday, and it went to the pip of the marks that I've put in. Very, very simple stuff, guys. Now, this particular trade we're looking at, I've already told the guys that's what this is, because they do get this, which is at 7 o'clock, and it's telling me there's nothing really in the DAX. The Ftse's selling it. It's telling me to trade it. And it's telling me pound JPY, which is the only one of these majors that's in there to sell, but it's not ready yet. Okay. Now, I only like to look at 3 or 4 markets at a time and then drill into one. And I only trade one at a time. Okay. So that's why there's only one on the screen. So that is there, trundling down, just nice. Looking for roughly 10 pips. That's where the target is there. And that's it. So let me run this out. I'll see if I can get Discord fixed so I can show you that in there. But in the meantime, we'll just run this down, get a few pennies, and then I'll come back and I'll explain a little bit about it. Okay, guys. Closed it off. Why? Because it was retracing on itself and it went past the barrier. My barrier is £3.50, 3.5 pips if you like. Why? I can always re-enter if I want to. Simple as that. So there we go. Took some money out, got a little bit extra, and I left a runner on just in case it kept on going down into this level. Now, sorry about earlier. There is a problem as it appears with Discord. It's gone off this morning, which is why we can still chat with each other in the Telegram. But also, as you might notice, I said I'm going to drop into community of YouTube. That's exactly what we've done here. And there's the sheet for them. So it's in there as well. So if they can't access it, they can always contact me and I'll always put it somewhere where they can access it. And as you saw, the sheet correctly called this. Now, this may well work its way down to there. Happy day. But why have I killed it secondly? Well, because it's coming up to 8 o'clock. It's currently 7:45 in the morning. As you can see, this is being paid out. Don't need to risk any of this lot, what I did yesterday. So I'm just treating it with a bit of kid gloves. So what's the moral of the story here, guys? Well, it's kind of less is more, I guess. Be protective of your accounts. Now, this trade, and I'll quickly show you the makeup of it. Because again, I must admit, I sometimes despair when I read some of the messages, because they're genuinely looking for magic pills and they think that there's a secret room I have the key to and they're locked out. They're not. We all look at the same chart, and it's just whether you've got the common sense to trade it sensibly or whether you're going to gamble. That's the difference between success and failure. And the other side of that coin is, if you're looking for a handout, you've already failed. You know, I know what it is to have absolutely nothing. I've had everything taken off me a number of times in my life. And if you see some of the videos where I've gone through it, you'll see some of the hardships that I've been through. You know, never asked for a thing. I just got off my arse and did some work. Simple stuff, guys, simple stuff. And I can tell you some real horror stories of my life. You know, times where I paid a guy's mortgage for 2 years and the day I couldn't, never saw him again. Little things like this, it jades you and it makes you harden to the world. You know, many things, many things. There's a lot of people know little stories like that, so it's not flippant. You know? Anyway, sorry. Almost getting onto a rant here. I'm old and it's early morning. I haven't had enough coffee. It's not good. Well, it is good actually, because I'm going on holiday later on tonight. Well, going out for a meal. Wake up. Adios. Hey, fantastic. Right, let's look at this. How do you break it down? What are you looking at? First thing you need is your levels. Can't get your levels in, you haven't got a roadmap. You've not got a roadmap, you don't know where you're going. Right? So levels is key. All right? But you've got to know which levels they are. And if you want them, that is probably the key to my trading. You'll only ever find that in the Scruffy Squad. Next part. Trade what you see. What can we see here? Not what I think. What can I see? Well, the first thing is I can see a colossal drop. Right. Is that drop continuing? Well, not really. It's kind of developed into a form of a range. How do I know that? Well, because it's straight across. Where is it in that range? It's near the top. So if it's at the near of the top, does that add weight to this is pushing down or could go down? Yes, it does. What else can add weight to the fact that this might be pushing down? Well, it's this. It's showing you that it was slamming down. This could just be a pause. That could be an excessive relief, and then it's ready to come down. Or it's moving back to the top where it came from, but it still needs relief because of that. So that's moved up and it has failed to go any higher, so it has to come down. And if it's coming down, where's it going? This level. What's happened at this level before? Well, it stalled. There. Stalled there. Has it stalled here in recent history? Well, you could say that, but not really. So the lesser of two evils at this point is this level, adding weight to it coming back, because it is a relief of that pushing to there. A strong level that's been tested numerous times. An overall strong move to the downside. That's what I see. That's reading a chart. And I've told you guys before, if you're in the middle between that and that, you're at 50-50. You know, because it's either going to hit the top one or it's going to hit the bottom one. Which was the lesser of two evils? It was the bottom one, because there need to be a pressure release. This is thinking out of the box, guys. You know, take this out a step further. What else can we see? Now it's showing an even bigger downward move. So is this now adding weight to it going short again? Trade what you see. Well, again, downward move, push up, fails to go higher, pushes down, pushes up, and it is failing. And where's it failing? Look to the left, and it's at a midpoint where it's bounced before. I'm assuming that there's going to be some kind of pressure release. Why? Because it happens time and time again. Pressure release, strong move up, no pressure release. It has to come sometimes. An early morning is when it'll fake you out. So if this is moving up, it'll push down first. And I'm only looking for 10 pips. Lesser of two evils. Hope that makes sense. It is not X marks the spot. It's an overall arcing picture. Move this further out. Well. What do we see? We see a colossal drop. There is a thumper of a move. What have I told you before about fibs? It'll look for 50%. So there's the move. There's the move. It's bouncing off 50%, adding more weight to down. Trade what you see. And that there was very basic trade management, or trade reading rather, chart reading, working through the time frames. Now I did it the other way. I started the daily and I worked my way down, but all the way down was telling me this is going to push down in the short term. Then I put a calculation into my sheet and that backed it up. Simple stuff, guys. Simple stuff. So what's the moral of the story? Don't chase the unicorns, is the moral. Just put the work in, understand what you're looking for. Don't be greedy. don't gamble and don't look for a handout, and you'll be fine. And why do I say don't look for a handout? Because that's quite a brutal thing to say. It's because you are your best teacher. Nobody. Chart's chart. We all look at it the same way, or we should do, or we all looking at the same information rather. The difference is how you interpret that information. And that comes down to your personality and how much information you can take in. That's why I say you are your best teacher. Anyway, it's a bit early to be philosophical. And to be honest, probably not in the best of moods, but I will be later when I'm going on them jollies. And I will do a Q&A. And sometimes I am brutal with what I say. But that's because I've genuinely got your best interests at heart. And I do. I know what it's like to have nothing. And I wouldn't wish what I went through on anybody. So, anyway, something for you to think about. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.